really wish you'd let us in. I think I speak for all of us when I say I understand why you folks might hesitate to submit to our demand. But here's an FYI, you're all gonna die.
I love that song.
That's a fantastic song.
It really is.
Thank you, Jonathan Colton, for all that greatness. Gotta be great. All we want to do is eat your brains, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's it.
Hey, we're not going to eat your eyes.
Yeah, we're not unreasonable.
No, we're not
Yeah.
unreasonable. We won't eat your eyes.
And with that, good morning, Internet.
Welcome to the Halloween show, right?
Yeah.
That's how you do it, man.
Happy Halloween!
No.
We
no.
gotta find that.
Stop it.
We gotta find that puppet.
We can't afford that puppet.
We apparently did.
Well, that's fantastic. We got a live puppet.
Live puppet.
Live puppets.
Don't look at
Ziggy,
me,
I don't
puppet.
even want to
Don't
know
look at
how we
me.
make you talk if you're a live puppet.
Hello, boys and girls!
I missed that show.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was what was HBO, right?
Yeah.
They
You
always
know,
had
when
it at HBO.
You know what else they did? They did an animated cartoon.
I remember
That's
that.
right.
I remember
They called
that.
it Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Yes,
That's right.
And
Yeah.
it was good. It was. They were both
also
good.
good.
Yeah, I loved that. And they used. They also had the same people in the Tales from the Crypt movies 1 and 2. Wait, was it?
No, you're thinking of
No, Creep Show. Sorry, it was Creep Show. But they had like the same art style
Yeah.
when they were doing the little
Yep.
in betweens.
That's right.
So yeah, that was good.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, and with that, again, we're Vagabond Nerds. I'm Jason. That's Sean. Don't call me Skywalker. And Ray of Light Perez.
Okay, you know what? We're writing.
I know
your
this is
intros
a
from here
horror.
on
I know
out.
this is a horror show,
But you don't have to
bringing
scare
up
us.
dead jokes from way, way, way long ago.
There we go.
Seriously.
There we go.
We open with a zombie theme. Hold on.
No-
We open with a zombie theme. He's playing Crypt Keeper, and you don't expect dead jokes. What the heck?
Okay, let's
just
rephrase this.
Sticking with themes here, man.
Themes.
Ghostbuster.
Hey, I mean, this is classy.
I'm actually surprised to see you in costume today, wearing an actual shirt.
That's uniform, not costume.
Uniform.
Yeah,
sorry.
uniform, sir.
Uniform.
Well, it is a
shirt.
Halloween show. It could be costume.
Could be costume.
There you go.
I mean, you're dressing up
Whatever.
jokes as something funny. So I mean, what
Dressing,
the hell?
dressing up jokes. Oh, he's got jokes. Dressing up jokes.
You forgot to introduce Ziggy, man.
I'm not introducing Ziggy after that.
Ziggy,
And
our
Ziggy.
board operator,
There we go.
producer extraordinaire.
We see you, and we don't care about your show.
I don't care about your
I
Batman.
don't care about your Batman.
Morning, guys.
All right, so we do have some news, I suppose, this week.
What? No snappy comebacks that aren't funny?
No.
Okay.
Good, good. Let's get on with this train wreck.
Has this thing always been here? Just wondering. All right. Shazam was announced. Zachary Levy will be playing the titular superhero.
Zachary who? What is-
Levy.
Okay.
Of Chuck. Of
Yeah.
Chuck fame. But you will know him best as the voice of Ryder in Tangled. That's where you'd know him from.
What?
I once drove my Chevy to him.
to the levee.
Levy.
To
Yeah.
the levee. Way to
Well
go.
done.
Oh, nice pull. Nice. See, that's how you do a
Well
joke,
done.
Jason.
Well done. Well
All right.
done.
What? No, I'm just telling
Okay,
you.
no, go
he
ahead.
would recognize him from Tangled. I'm just saying that's.
So is it
That's what he's
Levy
done.
or is it Levi?
I thought it was Levi.
It should be Levi, but I think most people pronounce it as Levy because it's been
Because you're most
anglicized.
people?
Because it's been anglicized.
What?
Anglicized. That's an old workout from an 80s show.
This show
Yeah.
this show is gonna go derailed really fast.
No, we're good. We're on track. We're doing well.
No, we're off track.
We're already off track.
We haven't been on track for quite some time.
Yeah, that's we're on our. We're doing what we normally
on
do.
our show,
We're
okay.
on. Yeah, everything's
right.
fine.
That was a
Everything's
waste. So we're just gonna gloss over that. Oh, so let's go back. So he won the role for, or when I shouldn't say won. I mean, I guess you don't really win, but
He was cast.
Yes.
cast as
As Captain Marvel himself, yes.
There's people out there on the staff or the listenership of all 8 people now. Oh no, do you mean like Marvel's Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel? And it's like technically this
Ooh.
called Shazam. I'm gonna go ahead and just get that.
Oh,
right
yeah, there it
I'm gonna
is.
fix the mic.
Nope. Wait.
Nope. Wait.
Yep.
Yes.
There it is.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's. You're gonna have to jiggle a little bit.
Do I have to do a jig or I need to
Jiggle it. See, there you go. It's fading in and out. You're all right.
All right. Are we good?
No.
No.
No. We good?
Switch.
Switch mics.
All right. How's that? Is that one better? There we go.
Oh, the high production value of this shit.
At least we've got mics to switch to.
No, that's
it happens.
yeah.
It happens to the best of the
That's
shows
true.
and
That's true.
ours.
We deserve nothing but this.
He's coming back. Ziggy's coming back. He's like, crap. What's going on? Okay, so that's there we go.
Do we really need to see him? I mean, let's be honest here.
What were we talking about?
Shazam!
Good pull. So not to be confused with Marvel's
Captain Marvel.
no, Miss Marvel.
Well, no, they're going with Captain Marvel.
Or Captain Marvel, that's right. He actually was Billy Basson did become Captain Marvel. And so Marvel Properties won that lawsuit against DC a while back. So I'm curious as to if they're just going to go strictly with calling him Shazam or...
We'll have to see how it goes.
I also think, are they bulking him up, or is he going to play this in a different type of light? Because he's not.
Yeah,
exactly
he's not a big guy.
Yeah, he's not a big guy.
He's rather lanky.
Lanky.
Why don't we just move on to the next one? Screw this topic.
All right.
Okay.
So apparently everyone loved Eleven's little road trip with Logan this past year, and so
11 wasn't in Logan. Try it again.
Yeah, he's right. That was not 11.
Yeah.
Although she looks similar.
Is it not?
Yeah,
Totally
no.
different girl.
No.
11
from Argentina, I
Yeah,
believe?
it's something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're two different people.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry to correct you, but go.
No, that's fine. Anyway, so we're looking at an X-23 spinoff.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Cool.
excited about that.
That would be great.
The director,
Are we?
James Mangold's actually coming back for the script.
But what's wrong with it?
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it per se. It's just, does she really have an emotional story arc outside?
She's
of her
an
relationship
abused
with
child who lost her father in front of her. Yeah, I think there's a story there.
Hold on, with other kids with similar backgrounds. I mean,
I still think there's a
I
story
get,
there.
but that's what I'm saying. Outside the fact that she's a great character.
If we can have 5 versions of freaking Sharknado, I can find a story for X-23.
Watch it now. Watch yourself.
Okay. Sharknado's 1, 3, and 5, I'll grant you. But seriously.
2 and 4? Or
Two,
that's where-
I'm just
that's where you
saying,
draw the line?
it's the even numbers, a Star Trek effect. But seriously, what do you think you wouldn't be able to pull from that? And we haven't even touched her comic book history.
Right.
It's just the movie history.
I don't know, I'm just saying. I mean, if they can make a good movie out of it, great. I mean, Fox is trying to experiment with them. They have the whole mutant property, right?
So for Halloween, did you just get rid of your soul too?
Yes.
Okay.
I no longer like puppies or small children.
You never liked
I can
small
agree with
puppies.
you. Have half of that. I can agree with you.
I'm going to go with you. Just not the puppy part.
Oh, I hate puppies.
You're such a liar.
No, puppies are great with ketchup. I'm just saying.
But they're
Oh, my
delicious.
gosh.
Yes.
So tasty.
But I mean, like, if they can do it, great. I mean, I don't think they can't. I'm wondering if this version of X-23 as a small
If it can carry itself.
can carry itself over. Whereas,
I think it could, and if they're smart, I think they leave her at the age of that because I think the story will resonate more. And I don't know. I think with what we saw in Logan, her portrayal of the character, especially towards the back half of that movie, can dictate its own.
Well,
Hold its own.
I'm just glad that the studio is finally taking a risk and making a teenage rom-com superhero movie. That's going to be very fun. I think that's going to be very satisfying for a lot of people.
Rom-com X-23. What? It's another 27 dresses. Is that what this
Exactly.
is?
No, it's more of the style of American Pie with X-23.
yeah.
Yeah.
23 scalps.
Yeah.
But again,
nice.
doesn't it undermine the entire theme of Logan?
No. Are you bringing back Logan?
At the end of that movie, she actually started a brand new arc where she is now going to have to overcome the same things that Logan overcame in his life.
Yeah.
The anger, the resentment, the isolationism, his own self-loathing, everything. She's now got to start that same journey. Yeah. She's just as damaged, if not more so, than he was throughout his life, because at least he got to deal with it as an adult. She was thrust into it from the very get-go, and now she has to come, full circle.
And to that point, we never really saw what he went through. He was already kind of past a point, and did he have some growth? Sure, but I think we're going to be able to see it from a
it's a different standpoint. You get to watch it happen now versus seeing him already having been tormented and well, not, he's already sort of dealt with it in its own way because he was, he compartmentalized it. And with her now, you get to see her go through that. Because really, until the Wolverine and then Logan, you don't really see him fleshed out as a character. And by the point that they get to in those movies, it's already at the end of his cycle. That's a very good point. He was just kind of that character that fit that role. Yeah. Everyone goes, oh, it's Logan. He's an angry little man. Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He was 6'2" in the movie.
I know, right? The comic books, though. I mean,
Yeah, but he's a simple character. He is the outdoorsman. He's the vengeful.
I never would have thought of him as an outdoorsman.
I don't like it all.
But I love the fact that that's the description you went with, because now I think of all outdoorsmen as these like, what are you? I'm an outdoorsman, bub. I mean,
now I think that the politically correct term is Canadian.
A. I'm the best at what I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that.
God, I love Canada.
Don't you?
I do.
Don't you just love
hockey? I'm sitting here wearing a jersey.
A Ghostbusters jersey. I
am
love that.
Ghostbusters jersey.
That's freaking awesome.
Well,
next
would be we actually have some trailers.
We have trailer news.
We have trailer news.
All right.
Particularly Black Panther. The new
That's right.
The new trailer is out, and
our last show was 2 weeks ago, and 1 week and 5 days ago, the new trailer dropped.
The Stokely Carmichael movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I have seen gods fly. I've seen men build weapons that I couldn't even imagine. I've seen aliens drop from the sky. Yeah. But I have never seen anything like this. How much more are you hiding?
Hold up. Let's go.
We are home. My son, it is your time.
Show me my respect and bow down.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be. Don't freeze.
I never freeze.
The revolution will not be televised. Show me my respect and bow down. We own ya. We own ya. We only getting started now. Cause we own ya. Everybody think they know me now. Cause we own ya. You and I'm my homie. Cause we own ya.
I waited my entire life for this. The world's gonna start over. I'ma burn it all.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. Wakanda forever! The revolution will not be televised. Let's have some fun. The revolution will be live.
Now,
damn.
Yeah. I mean, if that doesn't make you more excited for Black Panther, then you have no soul. Raymond, speaking of people who are not excited by this trailer.
Okay, so a couple things. When I first watched this trailer, I thought the first one was better. The introduction, the music was better, and it seemed like it flowed better. It gave more of an exposition on what we were about to see. Like all trailers, as we get closer to the movie that's happening, we get to see a lot more of the action, a lot more of the film. Nothing wrong with that. I love it. But when I saw this for the first time, I was a little let down. I thought, I liked the first one better. It just seemed more together. And I realized what it was. The music on this one, it just like the music on the first one brought me into it, the music on this one took me a little bit out of it. Because of the way it was going and how fast it was being shown, one, I'd forgotten the song that was being used, so I forgot where we went from hearing the song narration part of this to actually hearing the characters from the movie talking and trying to determine.
You couldn't tell who was talking.
At one point, you know,
like the scenes where you see lips moving and stuff. And
yeah, it's
you
know,
can't
I
tell
see
that those are
this whole
not
thing
in
of
line with the lyrics and everything's
I
different.
go to you now, ha,
That's-
you know, something to that effect, right? But it was I didn't feel as excited about the trailer. I'm excited about the movie. I can't wait to see this movie. Having watched the trailer multiple times now.
The second one,
The second one.
This one. Okay.
Right. I am so looking forward to the visuals of this movie.
This one was definitely more of the whet your appetite, candy tease, bring people who weren't as interested in the story from the first one into the movie theater. You're right.
Yeah.
This is showing Doomsday getting people in to come see the frickin' end of the movie.
I hope not. If somewhere on this trailer is the end of this freaking
That's
movie,
true. That's
I'm gonna be
true.
really ticked off with Marvel.
But yeah, this one definitely is more of that, you know, okay, here's all the fluff. The first one, it set up a great emotional connection. It really made you feel more.
Yeah.
You're right. You feel more in the first one. This is excitement. The first one was still exciting, but it was excitement in a different way. And I do. I like both. I like the first one way better, but I still think this is really cool. And I didn't have any problems telling the difference between audio from the music and audio from people talking on the thing.
For some reason, the first time I was just like, it just confused me, and I was like, why am I having such a hard time with this? This is the music bed. This is the actual talking from the movie. And I will say, as I've watched this trailer, I like it more and more, but I still do like that trailer, the first trailer, the best.
Fair enough. All right, then.
What's your take on that? I mean, don't just sit there and...
I just said if you didn't like it, you had no soul.
That's your take?
Zombie.
You're off today, man. Doggone
No,
it.
okay, here's the thing. I agree. I think this is we finally get to see the spectacle that will be Black Panther. In many ways, this reminds me of the original Thor, right? When the original Thor movie came out, and you get to see Asgard in the realm eternal for the first time, just hovering in space with these glowing crystals, and the camera flips upside down. You see the Rainbow Bridge. There was a majesty that was presented with Thor that we hadn't gotten in any of the movies before. Like, we got cool stuff, but then we get to Thor, and it's like, here's this majestic universe you've never seen before. That's what we get to see with this movie. It's, here's this majestic world you've never seen before. This is something brand new. There is this spectacle to everything. And we get to see a little bit more of the universe they inhabit. You're right. This is less about the characters and more about the world that they inhabit.
Right.
And the aesthetic of the movie. We get to see the new Panther costumes. We get to see the fact that they're advancing a little bit more from where they are, which will also lead into where I think Iron Man is going to be in Infinity War.
Good, that shot with him pulling the swords out from his back and and everything
the
falling away and the armor coming out. I mean that mirrors.
And
Tony Stark's creations from his, all of his suits of armor. That's a very good point.
So one of the things,
that was a great
and
shot.
also what we see with Guardians of the Galaxy, right, where the helmet that Star-Lord wears,
click,
and even when
almost like little cochlear implants that he just clicks and they come on, but there's
well, one of the things that
earpieces,
and one of the things that
little d-bag Bluetooth earpieces.
Put them on Bluetooth. One of the things we learned since then also is that they had the prequel comic for the movie coming out, and we realized that Black Panther's actually been around for 10 years. And that he was right before Tony Stark announced himself as Iron Man. He's already been operating that long.
That's when they set the comic book up.
That's what that's when they're setting this movie up as well.
Oh, is that so? This is all in that. Okay,
all still in the same realm, but they're sitting there saying...
Well, I know same realm, but okay, so this is almost a prequel movie based in the year it's supposed to be set in.
Well, it's a prequel as far as when he started. He's actually, and I think we'll see this with Marvel as well, where she'll come out, and I think that's supposed to be a movie set in the 90s, right? And we'll have the current version of Black Panther in the Marvel Universe as being around longer than Iron Man has.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha.
It'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. What's our next trailer?
The next one is The Punisher from Netflix.
This is their last trailer, I believe,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Cool.
Gentlemen, I'm the only authority you will need. I point, you shoot. Did you kill the target?
What did you see? Things over there were different. What we were doing was wrong. You did what you were supposed to do, right? Now the only person you're punishing is yourself.
Frank Castle? I got something I need to show you.
I still have the video files.
The U.S. military turned you into a hitman, Frank.
I'm looking for Frank Castle.
The Punisher?
I think you know about my case.
Castle's the last witness. We can either clean this up or let him take us down.
They killed my family to get to me. You have nothing but a war inside you. They're gonna pay. Stay out of my way. This is not your fight. I need to find these bastards and I gotta kill them.
So where does that end, Frank? What are you exposed to?
These men, they decide what the truth is.
The same thing that happened to you happened to me. We could make that right. The world needs to see the truth.
I'm glad to see Netflix changing their tone and going for a more family-friendly, feel-good sort of universe.
Well, that's what they did with Fuller House, right? I mean,
exactly.
everybody adores that show.
You know what? In fact, I would like to see a Punisher Fuller House crossover.
Punisher, Fuller.
Oh my God! But let it just be as long as the credits. I think it would end pretty quick.
Start the music rolling in, and then
And as he
everybody's
just
in the
walks
Fuller
in,
House. He kicks the door in and just through the credits kills everyone.
I'm just saying.
But not because he's there to kill them. They're just just collateral damage. Something else is going on, and he's tracking people through here, and he's accidentally
He's like,
shooting up everybody in the whole
Oh
place.
crap! That was an accident. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, wrong show. Okay, y'all's thoughts?
They're doing the music again, which I still think is fun, and I like.
Especially when you've got Metallica's One in the background of a Punisher movie.
Right.
Because the
right.
automatic thought is, of course it would be.
Of course it would be.
It's
Yeah.
a perfect song for that.
Yeah. I love that.
I also love the fact that they're touching on the fact as we get with Karen Page from Daredevil, that we get her character asking a really important question, which I think everyone, when you're talking becoming a vigilante, should always be asked, which is what happens when you solve your problem?
Yeah, where does this end?
Where what's your shutoff
What's
point
your-
with that, and do you recognize it?
Yeah.
Right. So if they do this good, and I hope they do, then they're going to have answers for those questions, and it raises more questions. So I'm going to slide into this just to sit there and say, because we said Karen Page. So we know with Daredevil season 3, that's coming back. And I know exactly what those raised eyebrows means from Sean over there, and I'm not going to go into that joke. But we've got Vincent D'Onofrio coming back as the Kingpin. And I wanted to tie this into The Punisher because I think at the very end of that trailer was something that none of us really expected to see, and that's the release and drop date for The Punisher, which is November 17th. Jason, what else comes out on November 17th?
Well, there is this little indie flick called Justice League that I believe comes out on that same day. I would need to double check because it is one of those. It has a limited release kind of thing.
Is this one of those? That's the family feel good baseball movie you wanted to see,
That's
right?
that
the baseball
family-
yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sequel to A League of Their Own.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
I believe
Justice
so.
League.
Justice League. You're right. That's
Gotcha.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's no crying in justice.
That's right.
And I'm hoping that our listeners are either A, old enough to remember that quote, or B, young enough to go, what are they talking about?
Even if they're old enough, they're probably saying, "What are they talking about?"
That's right. Okay, if I'm Marvel, I am absolutely doing this on friggin' purpose to DC and Warner Brothers.
Of course you are.
And I have to believe that trend is there. So what do we see? When Batman versus Superman came out a week before, Marvel goes, you know what? You guys love Daredevil, right? Season 2, a week before Batman versus Superman.
The week before, though?
The week before. But the point is, though, is they were still close enough to be like, but it's one of those things where...
But you're right. That's exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's why you have an AutoZone opening up next door to an O'Reilly's.
That's right.
Yeah. It's
And
called
I
competition.
loved it.
And that's what it's supposed to be.
But does that really make a trend? I mean, it's only 2 instances.
Okay, but
That's
then
true. That's very true. It's only
You're
2.
right.
Because that makes a line.
You're right. But there was that point with Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel, I believe, as well, where some of the dates were coinciding where they wanted to release a date. This certainly happened with Batman vs. Superman. Their first date was May, that first weekend in May for Batman vs. Superman. And that's when Marvel goes, you know what? Civil War, we're going to drop that on that same day. And DC has to go, you son of a... Fine, we'll back it up to March. Can't touch us in March. You know what, Netflix? Do us a favor. Go ahead and drop.
But does that, does that not speak to DC's, guile to their goal? Why not rise to the occasion? Are you not going to be able to combat Civil War with...
hold on. Realistically, there is only so much money to go around, and that may be what they're worried about.
Yeah, you would create a bit of a challenge there. Right? I don't think we're going to see a challenge here with The Punisher being released the same day.
You've got home theater watching, material versus something that's going on in the theater itself.
And you're right.
People are still going to drive out and going to go see that movie.
But I think that I really do see us in the next couple of years where they're going to try it. They're going to try it. Marvel and DC will release same weekend. Don't know what movie it'll be. Both of them are going to want to knock it out of the park. I don't think they will try it with a group movie because that could be too detrimental to both. To both studios.
Right.
But
Scorched Earth.
Yeah, but I do
maybe
see
something
them,
small, like
maybe Aquaman's movie comes out and they decide to drop
Squirrel Girl,
something to that effect, right? Because they just want to see what it would look like,
right?
So I think we are going to have that eventually.
Which reminds me, actually, Runaways is coming out in November as well. And I think Cloak and Dagger are already out.
You know what though? I mean, those aren't attention getters.
Right.
Sorry, those are very fanboy shows where
they have a niche.
That's right.
Yeah.
But the
you realize
Punisher,
what niche we're in, right?
Yeah. But there are niches within niches.
But
the Punisher is not one of those.
In niche.
But yeah, right. But the Punisher is not one of those types of characters where he's going to be quiet about that. I mean, I'm looking forward to both of them on the same weekend. I will watch both of these on the same weekend. Granted, I won't watch the Punisher before I watch Justice League, but I'm absolutely gonna see it.
To me, I don't see it as that big of an issue. It's a series versus a single movie. You can go out and watch a single movie, and then you can watch the series. Not like most people aren't me. They don't drag it out and watch it once a week because they want it to drag out. Like I want it to last for a long time. I want to enjoy it as an actual show. You remember times we used to watch shows on TVs, regular TVs, not like your giant theater in your mansion. And you could sit down and you're like, I got to wait till next week to see the next episode. It created something inside that was you're happy to see it.
But I think there's enough material.
With your friends.
But there's enough material out there, though, that you can do both.
No, there's not. That's why people are doing... No, there is... Look, the movie industry has proved that there's not by coming back and remaking every single movie they've done over the last 30 to 40 years. You're telling me there's enough material out there for them to continue to put out new stuff? No, you have to drag it out. You need that little bit of holdback to make you want something more, to expect something more. That's the way it's got to be.
I don't care about your TV viewing.
I know you
habits.
don't, and I don't care about yours either.
Well, but again, the thing about Netflix is you're not necessarily expected to binge watch everything at the same time.
You're stupid. Yeah, you are. I didn't know.
No, he's wrong. No, you're not expected to. However,
there you go.
They know that you
There you go.
probably
Yeah.
will, but
Well,
that's not going to hurt.
There are people who do. The problem is I was actually reading about this on Netflix the other day because they were talking about how Netflix has changed how people talk about shows.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because again, it's like it used to be, if a show came out on Tuesday night, you talked about it with spoilers on Wednesday. But now, because of Netflix, you can't do that because you can't anticipate everyone stopping to watch the show at the same time. And in fact,
Well, this is why we don't ever talk to Sean that often.
I'm just, I
yeah,
get
because the
that.
question always leads with, "What episode are you up to?"
Yeah.
Because I watch it like a normal person.
you're
Actually,
gonna
no,
have
I take it back. I am not a normal person.
You're going to have to stop that.
Yeah.
You're going to have to join the rest of us sheep.
I don't think.
Ain't none of
you
us
know
are
what? I
normal
think
here.
I need to drag you idiots down to my level.
It's not going to happen.
Anyway, any other comments about the actual trailer?
I'm
Outside of his conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy theory. What I'm saying is I really enjoy that competition.
Oh, you enjoy it?
I'm saying
okay, because the way you were starting it
No,
up,
I'm not-
It sounded like you were spiteful about it.
no,
and not
I'm not.
enjoyable.
What I'm sitting here is what I'm thinking is I want DC to start doing the same damn thing. That's
Right.
what I want.
You
I
want them to
be,
rise to that occasion.
Yeah, I want them to be like,
Gotcha.
okay, we got you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you think your little Punisher show can do Justice League numbers, let us know. We'll talk to you in December. I want to see that competition go back because it reminds me of the old school comic book days where, distinguished
They actually
competition.
when they actually had a real rivalry
Right,
going
a
back and
rivalry.
forth. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well-
You'd see them take shots at each other in each
Yeah.
weekly
Right.
release.
But to the trailer thing, what can we say? I love it.
I love Bernthal. I love him
Yeah.
as the Punisher.
Oh, yeah.
He does a fantastic. And the other, I love Deborah Ann Wall.
He was quoted as saying,
I've liked her character as an actress since
yeah.
she was in what was the first thing I saw her in?
Well, her character the first time
The
you saw her
vampire
was in...
thing.
True Blood.
True Blood. Thank you. Her character. Yeah. No. As the actress.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. I always thought she was underrated for what she does.
Had
She's
a
really
really
agree.
good had a really good take on a new vampire too.
yeah.
True Blood.
Yeah, that was fun.
Won't
That
get
was
into
fun.
it, but it was a really good take.
Yeah.
But I think it's Netflix really hasn't let me down yet with the Marvel properties, with the exception of Jessica Jones. I'm not going to be a fan of that show.
They
Sorry.
didn't let us down so much as they took too long to tell the story.
They tried to force too much content out of something that wasn't there.
Yeah.
You
8
take
episodes would have been
Good
perfect.
actors. It was a good actors.
I love.
Crap show. Sorry, I couldn't get past episode 3. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it.
I felt they kept reiterating the same thing and building up the same thing over and over and over again. It's like, we get it. He's terrifying. Now, could you just let him be terrifying instead of
Explain
reminding
to us why he should be terrifying.
why he should be terrifying? Show us that.
Oh,
It's
that
more
was-
interesting
that's
to
a
see
really
it.
good point, man.
You know? Yeah.
Okay. So,
But happy for the trailer.
yeah, exactly. So,
Happy trees.
happy trees.
Happy little
We're
trees.
gonna,
Everybody
we're gonna
needs
put
a
a happy
friend.
little vigilante here. Maybe he needs a little friend. Maybe
Do we have a main topic for today?
We do.
Sweet.
It is Halloween, All Hallows Eve weekend, and
All Hallow Weaves weekend.
Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve.
Hallows Weave.
Hallows Eve.
Oh man, just that little sound right there. I love the fact that you use that at your wedding.
I know.
Okay.
First dance?
First
Yeah,
dance.
First dance. So
Also used at my wedding.
yeah, and honeymoon.
Particularly after your best man speech, which was it's got to go down as the best man speech ever.
Oh, it did.
So anyway,
We're not telling that story. So
we're,
anyway,
we're Halloween.
Yes, it's been there the entire
Yeah,
time.
it's still there, Jason. It's a microphone.
all right.
They're coming right for us.
Don't run where you got friends.
So I guess the question is, since it is Halloween, and this is the time we get to think about monsters and scary movies and all that. What is your favorite scary movie?
Who's going to step up and take this one?
Well, I'm waiting for jokes first, like some type of
Oh, anything with Hillary Duff.
There we go. See, that's the
Okay.
joke I was waiting for.
See, the thing is, I think it's legitimate.
Jack and Jill.
Okay, we'll check that. Anything with that late 2010's Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, or just any Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, shut up, man. Happy Gilmore. Whoa,
yeah, Happy Gilmore's fantastic.
Slow the F down.
Billy
man.
Madison was still worthy as well.
Yeah.
That was great.
Okay, hold
Bram
on.
Stoker's Dracula?
There we go.
Something
honest.
That's
Hold on,
actually,
is that actually your
honest.
favorite,
I do
though?
like that one.
No, that's the joke was that is also a terrible movie.
Say what you will, but I think that's on both of our lists.
I still love that one for. It's nostalgic for me. It's one of those things where I saw it when I was younger, and I know so many people criticize it for being a giant steaming pile. But they do. A lot of people do, and I don't feel that way. I thought I enjoyed that movie a lot. I know
My name is Jonathan Harker.
Yes, that's right. I love that. I love that though. It was so much. It was so great. That was so fun.
Oh my god, that movie was very. I love it for nothing else than seeing Gary Oldman wearing an ass for a hairline.
Yeah.
I don't know what that wig was.
That was a magnificent derriere right on the top of his head.
I should do to be scary as an evil presence? I'm going to put a butt on my forehead and just see what people say.
That's right.
And from that point on, I was scared crapless of that movie.
You were. Oh, I see what you did there.
There you go, man.
All right, so let's go back to the real question. What is your favorite scary movie, Sean?
I had to think about this one for a while, but I think it's Poltergeist. I think it still has to go to the original Poltergeist. I love that movie. It's so fun. It's intelligent. It's different for being a scary movie. Yeah. I've never, ever had another movie make me scared of foliage in my entire life.
Not even Little Shop of
scene,
Horrors?
No. That scene where the tree tries to eat that child, that is so terrifying. Lightning striking in the background, making it lit up and silhouetted against his window, and you're like, is that thing coming from? It's coming in now. And it's just, that was great. Not also clowns. Jason, I know that'll resonate with you.
Well, Jason loves clowns.
Deeply. But the clown, under the clown thing, and okay, one of the comedians I really like, I hate to go off on something else here, but his name's Dan Cummings, and he tells a story about watching that movie as a kid. He wasn't allowed to. Mom wouldn't let him. And as we all did, we went off and saw it somewhere else. Yeah, you see it at a friend's house. So we saw it at a friend's house. And
with VHS?
And it might have been beta, but now it's VHS. His mom said, you're going to be terrified. And he said, I was rightly terrified. He goes, because what most people don't realize is that clown in that movie was not made for that movie. You could just go buy that clown.
That's right.
He goes, guess who had that clown sitting in a chair in their bedroom? So he went home the next day after spending the night at his friend's house or whatever. He took the clown immediately outside to the metal trash can and threw it away in the trash can before he went to bed. Well, his mom, taking out the trash, went, oh, Daniel must have thrown this away on accident. She takes the clown back out of the trash can and places it in the chair in his bedroom while he's sleeping. And from that moment on, Mr. Cummings is afraid of clowns.
Can't sleep, clowns are going to eat me. Can't sleep, clowns are going to eat me.
He wakes up the next day and, clown is in his bedroom back in the chair. And I thought I love that story.
Oh,
and I love the fact that the movie could do that for somebody. Just ruin their life for the rest of their life. I love that.
Like that USPS commercial came out like 2 years ago. It was like, or maybe it was a year ago. It was right after Christmas, and like, shipping if it fits, it ships thing. And the guy comes to the door, is like, well, we're trying to ship this thing in return. He goes, really? It's you see the clown toy in the background. I'm like, that seems perfectly normal. And he just turns and goes, ah! And it's right there at the door. He's like, oh, that's got to go.
Yeah. I just, the whole premise, it was interesting. It's a great movie. It's scary. No one actually dies in the entire film, and yet it's a horror film. Yeah. And I thought that, there's so many little interesting aspects about it where it's not your normal hacker slasher film, and I like it. I love it. It was great.
It was a supernatural film with oh my god! And then the who is the lady? Caroline.
Oh yeah,
Caroline.
This house is clear. No, it's not. You freaking lied.
I got 4 sequels that says otherwise.
I believe that is Zelda Rubinstein.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
Which
Zelda.
I will tell you. I think I was more scared of her than anything else that happened in that movie.
She had her own creepy area.
She herself was just like no. And the other favorite scene from that is the face pulling scene. Of
The
course,
face tearing
Yeah.
scene in the
Which-
sink.
up until Family Guy,
Yeah, up until the Peter Geist.
I was
Yeah.
absolutely still terrified of that.
High self-propane.
Yeah, he's sitting there pulling his head,
Yeah.
his face
Hank
off,
Hill.
and Hank Hill.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, great, man. Oh, dude, good pick, man.
Yeah, that's
I love
that's
it.
my favorite. That's
love
my
it.
favorite.
Raymond?
You know what? I had a 3-way tie, but I'm only going to pick one, and Sean reminded me of it. The Thing.
Yeah.
John Carpenter's remake of The Thing was brilliant, and we had this conversation on the way up here. I think one of the things that freaked me out about it the most was the entirety of this creature is unknown. Other than to sit there and say that we were pretty sure it's an alien origin, we don't ever know what this creature really looks like.
That's right.
And to me, that's a more frightening mental game to go in there, just knowing that, okay, is this thing finally dead? Is this 3-headed dog finally dead? Surely we must have killed this thing, realizing, oh, by the way, it can actually be a person too.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No.
the head that's just a spider picks itself up and wanders off on its own little legs.
And that is awesome because that is the wonder of practical effects.
Right.
Before CGI.
Right.
And you have a tangible item in front of you. I would think as a cast member, I would be a little bit frightened by seeing that visual in front of me, especially with the technology to be able to move it. So I always have a real affinity for those who still use practical effects. I mean, there's absolutely a call for that, and I think that's what's missing in some of the later horror films that have come along. But that scene, the entire movie, is just predicated on the fact that you don't know what this is.
Yeah.
And whereas in other things have happened, that could take you to it, that's the one where it's like, look, all I know is this thing wants out. It wants out of the code. It wants out to be in the real world. What does that look like too? What after this, if it escapes, what does that do to the earth?
Yeah, the impact upon all
how
of
bad
humanity.
is it? So,
yeah.
And for it to end the way it ended, which is one kind of almost an unknown thing on who it is, with the exception of, I think we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, earlier in the film,
the gasoline switched for the alcohol, and one of the characters not having an effect to it, so you kind of know who the monster is. But as one show we will get to, Sean, kind of a sad ending because
that's right.
Kurt Russell's probably going to have to die.
Yeah, he's probably going to die
at the end of this flick.
So just to ensure that it never finds its way out of the cold.
Right. But visually great. The acting was phenomenal, I thought, in the entire thing. And just seeing the character's mental breakdown throughout the entire movie is just something that I thought was... They took a real spin on a scary situation, which is why I really never want to meet aliens in my lifetime. Shape-shifting bastards.
Mars Attacks sealed that for me. I don't feel like I ever want to meet aliens my entire life. Yeah.
All right, Jason, that's us.
That's the whole reason I bought a turntable, is that later, in case I need to destroy them.
You've got... Did you get the old records too?
I've got friends who have them.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, we're prepared.
There
Arm yourself.
Oh. You know what, Jason? We're going to skip you. Ziggy?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go to Ziggy first, actually.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
So I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th movies in general, but I am also of the opinion that they're not necessarily scary or terrifying, and that's not necessarily why I'm a fan of them. I've been thinking about this a lot, and there's a lot of really good ones. I actually just watched or rewatched Reanimator again this week with my friend who had never seen it.
Yeah.
So he got to experience it for the first time, which was a real treat. That was fun. But I think that I'm actually going to go with another John Carpenter movie. I'm a big Lovecraft fan. I think I've said that on the show before. I'm actually going to pick a movie that I only saw for the first time about 2 months ago, In the Mouth of Madness.
I was wondering if you were going there with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering if that's where you're going.
I really enjoy that movie, and I think that it doesn't necessarily have a lot of traditional scares, but it has this really great atmosphere of terror and not knowing what is going on and playing and toying with reality.
Well, it's a giant mind F.
And it still has some really weird and terrifying imagery in it. And I think that there's something about the fact that it is not a traditional horror movie in that sense that is very intriguing to me, and so I think that is probably one of my. It's quickly becoming my favorite horror movie.
I love that. Yeah, that was on my list as one of the ones that I'm just like, that's a great one. That's fantastic.
And to Sean's point, to your point, for me, that's it. Right? It's the one that's messing with your head more than what it's showing, because it's again, it goes back to the unknown. You're more frightened of that than having a 6'5", hulking beast coming after you
in a jumpsuit with a mask.
I do want to. Can I give an honorable mention real quick? Because I think that you guys might not have seen this one because I only heard about it through a podcast that I listened to. It's called Shadow of the Vampire.
Yes. I love. Yeah, that's a great one.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. It's really good.
I love how they did that. That was a great take on that whole entire filming of the movie.
Whether or not he was truly
the real Dracula.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
love
God.
that. That's fantastic.
Good call,
movie.
man.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Go see that now.
Yeah. That's really worth it. That's a gem that not a lot of people know about. Got to see.
It's on my list. I just haven't had a chance to put it on.
It's good. It's very good.
Also, the original Haxen, if you've never seen that one, that's like it's a black and white silent German film that is kind of a recreation of what at the time people thought witches were, and so it's like this really weird surreal imagery, and it's all like from the Malleus Maleficarum, which was like the book that was published to actually hunt witches and stuff, and that's where they're drawing a lot of this imagery from.
That's some darkness
so that's just
right there.
It is.
so weird. Yeah.
They have Werner Herzog direct that.
No, it was before. It was like in the 1910s, 1920s.
Oh
so,
wow.
Yeah, they were a little weird. Well, mine is actually
My Little Pony?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Which we showed the trailer for in the last show.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. No, it comes with a caveat, but it's Fourth Kind with Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
I really would have expected something clown because you're such a...
No, it's your favorite scary movie.
Yeah.
Not the one that actually terrifies the living.
No.
Well, I was going to go with it. That's why I was going to go with him because clowns. You don't like clowns.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying that's one of the reasons I've chose Fourth Kind is it genuinely terrified me. And here's where the caveat comes in. The entire premise behind the movie is that these were real events there's real footage, real recordings, real videotape, and all that, and that there were real people. And it opens with the woman that Mila Jovovich is supposed to be playing with an interview with her.
The found footage kind of idea, yeah.
Sort of. It's basically like, okay, so here's...
Well, she's doing... This is not a reenactment down at the bottom.
Exactly.
She plays, but the rest of it is found footage, and then it's made up with the bits filled in between of them playing.
Sort of like...
Tasty Bits?
Unsolved Mysteries?
Unsolved Mysteries, yeah, basically. It's sort of like a movie version of that. And the thing is
Robert Stack, I love that guy.
Also Tasty Bits.
Yeah.
Anyway, the thing is before I saw the movie, I'm like, let me go online and see how much is it. Because you hear the words "true story," you realize full of crap. And
every time,
and
no matter what the situation.
As soon as Fox News and CNN comes on, that's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah, and
no politics.
Yeah,
that's why I said that. That's what scares the hell out of me.
Yeah. So you went on. I mean, they in the studio went through so much trouble to put viral stuff out there and to put out things that looked like actual FBI reports on pages that looked like it was actually the town website and all this.
So basically, you scared yourself before you actually went and saw it, or saw the movie.
Well, I was like, okay. I thought, well, it had credibility that these were really what they were supposed to be.
Right. The marketing campaign was spot on.
Yeah. In fact, so you go and you see.
So this wasn't a Warner Brothers flick.
No, exactly.
Okay.
And it even ends with that's the whole thing. The movie even ends with the actors saying, "Hey, look, we were representing real people. There's this real problem out here, and the world needs to know." So I mean, they drove this concept hard. And if you have that mindset going in, it is a genuinely terrifying film because of what they don't. Like you said, it's what you don't see. You never see the aliens. One of the most terrifying scenes is she in the previous scene, Mila Jovovich is talking about stuff. About all the people in the town having these dreams of owls, right? and she's got her thing going, and she falls asleep. She wakes up, and in the next scene, she's in her office talking to somebody. She hands her recorder off to her nurse he's like, I need this dictated or put on the written out. So she takes it back, and about midway through their conversation, the nurse comes back out and says, "You need to listen to this right now." She goes, "What?" She's, "You need to listen to this right now." They click it, and she's talking. Then you hear the door open, and then all you hear is her screaming. I mean, just the most, and it is legitimate, and it's not actually Mila Jovovich's voice, it's the other actress's voice.
Right.
And it is, I mean, they drove home how terrifying these experiences are.
Right.
And this is going to be something we talk about Nick Redford in our, if he does show up on our next episode, is that combination of, because they go back and they connect it to exorcisms, demonic possessions, and they even take it back to the whole ancient astronaut theory. And so there's a lot that goes into this movie, and a lot of it involves, it's your head. It's what you are imagining seeing going on that makes this movie genuinely terrifying. And like I said, if you don't believe going into it, it's probably not as scary, right? But like I said, the marketing campaign was so good, they got sued by the town. Because, and the judge
That's
came back.
damn good marketing right there.
Because they came back and they said,
"You guys can't do this."
And they're like, dude, like 4 people have gone missing in the last 20 years. It's because they were all drunk and we found their bodies mauled by bears, which is why we tell people, don't go drunk into the woods.
Mauled by a tiger? Yeah. No, it's cool. I got like 1 million minutes. Commercial with the deal on the airplane.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, like I said, that's for me, again,
Okay, I want to change my scary thing. Now I want to change it to bears. You know.
Bears.
The bears.
Killed him.
Grizzly?
He was only 3.
Oh, that actually was a good flick, man. Trying to find out whether this thing's killing.
Yep.
We actually have a ton, I think, of shows that we could, or movies that we could look at. I know that between me and Sean, we probably got about 40 or so flicks.
I've got a huge list. One of the ones that I thought was interesting. All right, so the 90s resurgence of all the late 90s, late 1990s when they started doing the resurgence of all the stuff like The Faculty.
Oh yeah.
Did you know that? Did you know that was directed by Robert Rodriguez?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't know that until I was like, holy crap! Robert Rodriguez directed The Faculty. I had no clue.
Correctly, it was after From Dusk Till Dawn.
I think so.
I think it was like the first.
There was another good one, From Dusk Till Dawn, was out there,
which is on my list.
And then one of the other ones that I thought was great, and I think it's the one that started it all kind of again. Well, no, Scream started everything back up when Scream was, because that's when.
And the original one was genius.
No, the first one was fantastic. It gave us a lot of really cool, fun, interesting actors who went on to. Well, never mind. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
So, but yeah, that was a great. That was a great one. I love that. But
he was Liev Schreiber.
That's true.
But Final Destination.
The first one?
Oh,
The very first one. Did you know that was originally slotted by the writer to be an X-Files episode?
Really?
And he never pitched it. And so his buddy said, no, hang on to that. I'm gonna write a movie with you on that. But the whole premise of the guy on the airplane seeing his death and then escaping, it was pitched as an X-Files episode. That's what he initially wrote it to be. Dude, I think that would have been so much better as an X-Files episode. That would have been a great show watching, Mulder and Scully trying to save this guy from eventual death, or all the rest of these people from eventual death. That was really fascinating. So random useless
facts.
Yeah.
No, I think it's great. I think again, one of the connecting movies that I realized that I really liked was 1988's The Blob.
Yeah, The Blob was fantastic.
Yes.
Co-written by no one other than Frank Darabont.
Wait, 1988?
88? Mm-hmm. But it's the co-writer, like I said, Frank Darabont, who's gone on for The Walking Dead.
The one I'm more familiar with is the Steve McQueen version. The prior
was back
one.
in the 60s.
And that's the one I like the best. That's my favorite.
And it's the better movie,
right?
I will grant you. But this one just had so many... this was more for me about the jumps.
Gotcha.
Right? I still have that visual of this thing pulling a human body through a sink pipe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the first time it goes through, you hear the crunch, and you see the pipe expand. And I was like,
so
I'm out.
Awful.
I'm done.
That's so awful.
But, I started realizing that there was a lot of his stuff, because then you jump from that and his version of The Mist.
Yeah, dude. That's a good one.
Was
Yeah.
again
Yep.
just a what's in the fog?
A good
What's in this mist? What's
and a nice. They did. That's one of the few. I think. Well, I say few, but that's one of the many good adaptations of
Very good.
the novel.
very good.
Yeah.
And also you have that the ending scene, which is
Sad
just
ending.
freaking horrific.
God, that's the worst. That's the worst part of that entire movie.
Oh, absolutely.
That is the worst part of that entire.
There's
movie.
actually an interesting theory about that. That it was we're supposed to believe that the woman at the beginning is crazy when she's like, we have to sacrifice the child.
Right, but that until he.
It isn't until the child is dead that the military shows up. Now, again,
Right.
we're supposed to. The idea is that we put together is he didn't have to kill him because the military was right there.
Right, it's like if he just waited, and that's what the whole thing was. Just
Yeah.
that one
1
moment
second.
longer, everybody would have been alive.
Yep.
Yeah, but the thing that they point out is until that kid is killed,
Right,
no one shows up for help.
right.
As if to say that she was right the entire
of course,
time.
the problem with that theory is that when they show up, they have a truck full of people that they just saved.
Yeah, like they were on, but
So
they're,
that's
they're
not-
on. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but it
on
was
their way
further
in.
out.
It
Yeah.
was just
But they're still there. Though.
I'm just saying it was a theory that's out there. It's tying into the story.
no, but
Let's
it's
just move on.
I get, it's an interesting theory.
Yeah.
I don't want to discount that. It's interesting.
yeah.
I mean, we got a ton of movies. I don't think
Dude.
see it all. It's
Silence of the
Halloween.
Lambs.
Blade.
Trick or
Blade's good.
treat. I
Trick
think
or
that's
treats.
like the
You-
most
Okay.
seasonally appropriate.
Okay, Spawn, the HBO television series.
Oh
the
yeah,
cartoon.
yeah, the cartoon.
It is out on Prime. I just watched it.
Yeah.
Outside of the fact that everyone whispers everything.
and it's just
It's
as awful
amazing.
as it should have been.
No. The television show was great.
The television show was much better than the
Okay,
movie.
so we're down to 5 minutes, and I don't want to get into that discussion.
One other one that I did like, it's called Near Dark. I don't know if anybody's ever
I do
seen
remember
that
that,
one before.
yeah.
Bill Paxton
Yep.
is in it, as well as Lance Henriksen and the other chick who played Vasquez from. It's an Aliens,
reunion, yeah.
And it's a great vampire flick. It is one of the dirtiest, grittiest, like most trailer trash portrayals of vampires I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's really fantastic.
The Lost Boys.
That's a
Yeah.
beautiful one. That's beautiful.
Scanners.
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 I just love that one because the underlying economics of it.
Yeah.
It feels like a real shady thing that could.
Yeah.
That could actually exist.
That could
yeah.
happen.
The verisimilitude of it.
Yeah.
Screamers.
Screamers.
was
A Philip K. Dick adaptation, as a matter of
yes,
fact.
There you go.
Genuinely
That's a
good,
great one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sci-fi horror
I
film.
like that one. That was
Yeah.
really fun.
And of course, you always have Tremors.
Tremors.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last couple minutes. Does anyone have the 4 questions?
I do.
Sean does.
The master of the questions, indeed.
Ziggy, put the time on the
Were
board.
you going to say
sir.
put the money shot on the board?
Yeah.
No. So as he's getting that set up, I'm going to go real quick. Honorable mention, Event Horizon.
Yeah. I
yeah.
think that's one of those everybody's fun favorites.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a good one.
Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill.
Tearing his own eyes out.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I went into that movie not having any idea that it was going to turn into that. That was the biggest surprise. I didn't know it was going to go that direction.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, here we go.
Here we go.
2 minutes says the church bells are going off behind us. How appropriate.
All right. Here we go. Raymond. Hot towels on airplanes. Disaster waiting to happen or inalienable right?
Ooh, it's airplanes. You can't go wrong. I will say that if the plane's going down, I would like to make sure that I got my face all warm.
Okay.
There we go.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Jason.
Yes.
After a lackluster summer in the movie industry,
Yes.
The critic review site Rotten Tomatoes is being blamed for sparse moviegoer turnout. Do you think this is fair or unfair?
Can we actually save that? I think that's a show topic.
Okay.
Ooh, all
I
right.
think that's
Okay.
a show topic.
All
I want
right.
to get onto that.
Then we move to a different question.
All right.
Psy, the South Korean singer of the hit song Gangnam Style.
Yes.
Where is he now?
I hope he's somewhere near so I can kick him in his nutsack.
All right, so you can Gangnam Style the hell out of that. All right, fair
will.
enough.
Good answer, man.
Raymond, have you ever had that not so fresh feeling?
Every day between the hours of 2 a.m. and 3 a.m.
All right, interesting time frame there.
Yeah. Oddly specific.
All right, and the last and final question, Jason. With bicycle sales in the U.S. declining for the 14th year in a row,
Of course.
What sort of impact will this have on the spandex industry?
A positive one, I hope. Sorry, go ahead, man.
Actually, I don't think that it will actually have that much of an impact because we're moving over to fat people in spandex. So I think it's actually going to consume more of the material and therefore be a boom to them. So I think it's
a very interesting caveat.
I love that.
That's very interesting.
It's going to take a fat ass to talk about fat
So where they
asses.
lose in overall quantity sales, they make up for in quantity material.
There you go.
A very interesting aspect.
And that's time. And today's 4 question segment is brought to you by X-Spandex. It's spandex for large people. That's X-Spandex.
To show that ever popular bulge.
Spandex. It's a privilege, not a right.
And with that,
all right, let's promote next show, right?
Yes.
So that's Nick Redfern. We have tentatively scheduled for next show. Ancient Aliens on
the Discovery
History Channel. Well known throughout his own right.
Well, I mean, I'm still having to go through his biography to see how many books he's written because I think he's forgotten. I mean, reporter. Just the man's amazing, and it's going to be an interesting show. You should all be there and tell your friends about it.
All right, we are. Find us on Facebook, find us on YouTube, find us on Dallas on Air, Vagabond Nerds. Have a great 2 weeks, people.
Yep.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called